The button has been clicked. Everything is successful. I'm here again. 2 days in a row. Maybe a little unusual. Maybe a little bit lucky, depending on how much work I'll be doing over the next couple weeks or so. But if I can be here, I will be here for an extra stream for you guys. So really appreciate everybody for joining in. Yeah, I mean, I will say, I did the tier list. I did, you know, we were just playing some runs, and I definitely felt that I'm a little bit out of practice in terms of killing corrupted ancients and doing doing omnias. So I have a lot more omnias in my future. I'm slowly but surely farming all of the extra stuff that I need to farm. You know, I need to do some ascension missions. I need to get that already. I have to finish a lot of that stuff. So I'm trying to farm all my extra stuff and get it all settled so that I can, you know, do some more practice playing omnias, which is what I'm really here for. I mean, this is my bread and butter at this point. So I'm just getting some stuff set up on the stream side, and then we'll look all good. I've adjusted some things a little bit. I want to test the TikTok chat and figure out if I can. I just want it to work to where it doesn't say I have unread messages. It actually scrolls the chat for me, because if it could just scroll the chat, I would be so much happier. So, yeah, I mean, everything's good. What should I say? I mean, in terms of roles that we got for the randomizer, it's pretty good. I am actually not fully randomized. I am doing a quick swap on the primary. Of course, we're talking about Convectrix, but I am not choosing the least used or the technically least used. I'm saving the Quellor. Obviously, Harrow has a fire rate buff, so with the setup I have on the Quellor, I have internal bleeding on there, so speeding it up is actually bad. I don't want to be speeding it up, because then it'll be over a certain ratio, and then it won't have as good slash numbers. So far we're good to go. All the stuff is set up, so let's just get right into it. We are using Convectrix, but yeah, similar weird situation to be in, right? Convectrix is a beam weapon, so fire rate just means more infinite blast proc, so it's not always the greatest thing, but I mean, I couldn't choose the third on the list. I had to at least choose the second. So yeah, let's get into the Harrow build. This is pretty straightforward. I actually did swap some stuff around, so I have a lot of survivability. I've got double shield regen, adaptation, and arcane aegis, plus pillage as well. So I've got a bunch of different setups for survivability. Obviously, I'm using Covenant as it is. Just 12 seconds of invincibility, 25 seconds of crit buff. I will say I'm doing a fun thing. I'm adding Arcane Avenger on top of Covenant. So, you know, if I land a headshot, Covenant is giving me 200% additive crit, and then with Arcane Avenger, it's just adding 45. So, like, for headshots, it's not as good, but body shots is a lot better. You know, body shots, the Harrow bonus is 50% additive crit, so then Arcane Avenger will make that 95% additive crit. So it's pretty valuable. I mean, I had to just double up on a crit buff, and then of course we're getting a really good fire rate buff. Fire rate, reload speed, that's the main thing. Important thing to note with Penance is that it is fully refundable, I guess is the word that I would use. So whenever you activate Penance, it just adds the shields on, or it just adds the buff or the duration on top of whatever has already existed. So, you know, if you have it has a max duration of 2 minutes. So, you know, if you're at 1 minute and 30 seconds, then, you know, you just burn whatever shields you have, and then that'll get you back up to full. So it's something that you will be able to just keep active forever. It does have lifesteal, which is very valuable. It does mean that you can fully just not really care about anything. Pillage is also an armor strip, so that's kind of how I'm using it. I am getting 50% armor strip, so if I proc fire on something, then it'll full strip, but you know, growing power is getting me barely over that margin, so it's mostly there for passive stuff. But generally the fire rate buff and the crit buff is all I really run with. I mean, there are moments where I'm failing to recast pillage. And then third ability pillage, or thurible, is just infinite energy. I mean, you get energy per kill. You need a tiny margin. You really need I think I use like half of my energy or like a quarter of my energy, and I'll get like 30 energy regen per kill, and that's more than enough to never really have to worry about energy. So this is one that you'll have to keep active, so I do have to remind myself to keep this active. I am using 2 Tau Forged Reds for duration. I've got an energy max and I've got a shield capacity, but these two are just you know, they're for ease of use. They make my life a little bit easier. I like having a higher max shields because obviously it means I regen more shields per second. So, you know, I'm hitting the cutoff, the minimum shield cutoff that you need for it to have the like correct timing of invincibility. So, you know, as long as I'm over 50 shields, the invincibility time will be about double the shield recharge delay. So when you're at, I think the cutoff is 53 shields, and if you're over that margin, then it's like an invincibility timer of like 0.6 seconds. So, you know, if you've got double shield regen, then generally you'll be pretty safe. So the fact that I'm regenning 158 shields a second is pretty valuable. Like you can keep that base level of shields active. So this is really just a passive shield gate setup. It doesn't require a lot of, you know, rolling guard. It doesn't require refunding ability, or like I do have the augur bonus, and yeah, I'm not using catalyzing shields. I've thought about using catalyzing shields. Where is that guy? I know somebody had mentioned, one of the content creators I watch had mentioned, I think it was Zachary who had mentioned, he's the guy who does level cap void cascade. He was mentioning how catalyzing shields has like a bug. I didn't exactly look into it, but it gives you the full shield gate time, so it's pretty worthwhile. I think you could probably maximize it pretty well with catalyzing shields and fast deflection, that you could actually you could keep a essentially infinite shield gate. So you know, it's a pretty cool setup. I've thought about swapping it around, but currently I just have it as it is. You know, adaptation on top of shield just means that if I'm getting shot by mosquitoes, they're gonna end up dealing 0 damage to me. So there's number 1. Number 2, the actual setup. I mean, this is a cold Riven, so it's just getting replaced by a cold mod, but this damage along with Blaze is just adding to the blast proc. So that's mainly what I'm using this for, is that, you know, it's a beam weapon. It's got an innate multi-shot of 2, so that that means it's got shotgun mods and stuff like that. So the fun part is that you get Shotgun Vendetta, but it's a multi-shot buff, so it actually just counts as another damage buff on top of you know, damage from Blaze and damage from the Riven and the gun condition overload. So you've got a lot of damage combos, but yeah, you kind of need it because you need the blast procs to just deal as much damage as humanly possible, and you've got a shit ton of status, so you got 91% chance for blast, but 46% chance for slash is pretty good. Although the thing that does suck is that, you know, slash on a beam weapon, fire on a beam weapon is not really as good sometimes, for different reasons, but the main one is that some enemies have a max status limit. So obviously, like Thrax, still super valuable. So there's a lot of high value targets that that'll be super fun on. But there's that. Vasto Incarnon, real quick, we'll show this off once at the beginning, and then I'll just be playing it all stream. On headshot, infinite ammo for 2 seconds. This is pretty good as a single target, but this is allowing me to let it function as both. So I'm going to be using Enervate with it to kind of give it some bonus power. But yeah, base magazine capacity, when you have an infinite ammo mechanic, so this is on headshot, it just makes it a little easier to keep it charged. Or like to have a little bit of a gray area, a wiggle room, if you will. And then, yeah, also you have a 1 second reload, so it's a revolver, so really nice for that. This ability, this buff is skewing the stats, but yeah, it's a 3 second timer. I'm like, yeah, if you need to kill 1 Thrax or whatever, you can swap to the Incarnon and do that. But generally, I just run around spamming the normal form. But yeah, it's a weird Incarnon. It's probably at the bottom of the list, but yeah, Amphis is the last one. This is a bonk fluence setup, so really low base status. This is like one of the shittiest weapons in the game. It's really, really trash. Then yeah, you'll kind of see it. Like this guy, he might be one of the worst melee weapons in the game. Might be. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the loadout. We've been Took 9 minutes for that, so that wasn't terrible, but I think we should have different Omnias. I'm not quite sure. Let me just take a look. 15 and 13. Ooh. Void Flood and an Entrati Survival. Okay, that's a good roll. That's good for the Omnia. I will say tonight in, let's see, it's 3 o'clock, 3:23, so in about 3.5 hours at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I will be live again, and we are doing a review of the AX52 Biotic Rounds Augment. So I got that this morning. I finished out my Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. I did play a little bit. I mean, I might do a little breakdown of like what I thought about the weapon, but generally I want to bring it into a mission. I want to play it. I think it's a very, very strong augment, but I kind of have a similar view of both the leaded gas and the Biotic Rounds augment. So my main thing is that I don't know, like I took it into an Omnia. I got lucky. I got a level 200 conjunction Omnia, and I just took it in. Obviously, take it in with Equinox. I was still using my companion buff, but yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't really getting the type of KPS that I was looking for. I do think that headshot bonus is so nice. I wasn't even using Acuity. I found that Acuity didn't really give me a lot of power for the downside of not having multi-shot, so that was a little unfortunate. The Acuity stands, we've got lots of Acuity stands in the comment section, so yeah, I mean, I will say my tier list started popping off, and I'm curious to see what other comments I get, because the initial comments that I got were kind of predictable. I got my first multiplicative gun condition overload comment, so I looked into that and I was like, okay, so on the wiki it explains that projectile weapons, so the person in the comments was like, they were like, there's something like 10 Archiplasmor build is so shit, that's all you need to see about the tier list, and I was like, okay, whatever, fucking delete. But yeah, I mean, I looked into it and I was like, okay, so on the wiki it does list multiplicative gun condition overload as not intended, and then it also lists multiplicative acuity as a bug. So that is like, DE has acknowledged that both of those mechanics are not intended. Like, that's not how the mod is supposed to work. But the issue that you run into is now you have a bunch of people who are going to cry if they fix it to work as intended. That was immediately what I realized, is like, the reason they haven't changed it is because they know that there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to be like, bro, you ruined my damage cap Stalta build. How could you? So my weapons are awful. You ruined it. It's like, I hate to say it, it wasn't intended. So it's kind of up to you to use it while it exists. And if it goes away, it goes away. And that's generally why I don't use the multiplicative acuity bonus at all. I mean, yeah, they've acknowledged it's a bug, but it's mostly just like, it's weird enough, and people have already talked about it enough that I don't feel that I'm fine with people like constantly sending me comments of like, bro's not using acuity on the Stalta, his builds are dog shit. It's like, oh my god, that's what you realize. I've been making Warframe content for long enough to realize that it's kind of like a social contract. Like, you make the video, maybe it gets more views because it's like, gets a bunch of comments, but in the end, like, I make the video, and then a bunch of commenters get to feel really good about themselves, and they get to be like, what? This content creator put this weapon above this weapon? I'm so much better than him. I'm gonna tell him how shit he is at Warframe. It's like, I can tell that there's a lot of people in the community that like really enjoy going into the comments and being like, bro sucks at Warframe. I don't know if it happens in Destiny as well, where like people are like, bro's really succeeding in a raid with that setup, and it's like, okay, Chad, here we go, this is there for you. So sorry to rant, I just, I mean, it's a tier list, it's inevitable. Like, I would be curious, if I could reach out to a bunch of Warframe content creators, I would be really curious to see what the like ratio is on like, if someone is doing a tier list of all the Warframes. Okay, so I'll tell you, why are you streaming this early? Shout out Chris. So I have extra time, that's it. I have I have some extra time. You know, I just started a job and I have a little bit of freedom to stream more than usual. So I finished my work that I was gonna get done today, and so I had some extra time. So I'm gonna sit down and play. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what my previous tier list looked like, but yeah, the like ratio on that tier list after, you know, getting the big promotion is 85%. So most of my videos that are just like about a random topic are like 95% or like 98% sometimes. So I was kind of expecting that. I had a feeling it was gonna end up like that, just because it's like, you know, it's a tier list. It's like the most easy to comment thing ever. Like, it's the most easy thing to disagree with, because it's 20 builds. It's 20 builds that people can be like, this build sucks, and this build sucks, and this build sucks. Alright, can I do it? I'm gonna see if I can bonk him. Oh, I cleared my shit? Okay, this is dangerous. What are you doing for work now? Gee, no more batteries plus? No more batteries plus. Currently I work, I don't know how to describe it. So it's like a cybersecurity firm. And you know, I'm like, I'm a project manager. I'm doing like marketing stuff. So I'm writing some, you know, it's like what I'm working on right now is like requirements. So you know, the thing that I was just working on is like what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a flow chart of like how the business will flow and what are the expenses and stuff like that. Also, I need to kill a bunch of enemies. What's your main go-to weapon? Need a new weapon. So the one I always recommend to people is unlocked when you complete the new war. It's called the Nadaruk. A very strong weapon. Obviously, you have to complete the new war. If you're talking early game, my go-to is the Zoris, which is a melee weapon. Shout out Lua so early. Yeah, appreciate it. Good to see you, Lua. Yeah, I mean, I have some extra time on my hands, so you guys will see unscheduled streams. These streams will just show up. So, you know, if you're ever wondering, you may just see an extra stream show up early in the day. So it'll probably always be around this time, because I'll be finishing up work kind of in the early afternoon, and then later in the afternoon I'll be moving and, you know, having some extra time available and doing some extra streams. So that's where I'm at now. Names is having a strong... Wait, what? Names Nond is having a strong call of bondulance. What? Am I reading that right? What? Did you have to prevent a bunch of auto crack? Hang on, I gotta minimize this as well. Call of bondulance. Okay, so it's a meme. Okay, I was like, I would assume that's a meme, but I just don't understand it. But I'm gonna move to the next room. Yeah, we spammed the Convectrix. I don't know how long we were using that, 5 minutes-ish. Let's spend the rest of the gameplay with the Vasto Incarnon. It's time, chat. Ooh, and we get another interesting room. So this room is gonna spawn, it's like 5 or 6 life support pylons, so I'm probably just gonna keep them in this hallway for the rest of the game. Yup, nice and easy, but we'll try and move them. We'll try and move the spawns a little bit. I can let the Necromech spawn. I don't really care about that stuff. Let's max out Penance again, and then we'll be well on our way. So yeah, Vasto Incarnon, a way better choice for Harrow. Like, actually, it benefiting insanely from both the crit buff, excuse me, the crit buff and the fire rate buff. Like, obviously, I don't want to put Vasto Incarnon in fucking 8 thumbnails, but it is the thing that I'm spamming the most, and you know, it's so weird. You know, it's weird to be like, I couldn't get AX52 to function the way I wanted to, but I got Vasto Incarnon to function the way I wanted it to. It's like, you know, I did get the Biotic Rounds augment, and I was just trying it out, and I was mainly just testing for KPS, because, like, yeah, if you want, like, a single target nuke, like something that will just delete anything, yeah, like, I have AX52 with Blast, and that shit just goes crazy. What was that story from Batteries Plus where the lady asked you to put something in the trash can? Oh, yeah. Are you talking about so there was like a lady who, let me see if I remember. So it was like her old phone battery, and she didn't believe us. You know, she was like this upper middle class white lady, and she didn't believe that we replaced her battery. So we gave her old battery, which was a swollen lithium polymer battery, I think is the... So there's lithium ion and there's lithium polymer. One of them is like an actual stored thing. The other one is like a pillow. So if you've ever seen those like swollen silver like pucks, that's like a phone battery, that's like a lithium polymer battery. Those are the shits that explode when shit goes wrong. So what happened was she did not believe us. She was a bitch. We fixed her phone. It worked fine, but she was just awful to us, and she was like, "Give me my battery back," and then she left it in her garbage can, and it fucking caught on fire because it was a swollen lithium battery. And then, yeah, it set fire to her kitchen. So if that is the story you're thinking of, then that is a story and a half, yeah. And that's like par for the course for battery. Just like, you know, it was in the Bellevue area of Washington, which is like, yeah, if you know anything about Seattle, Seattle is like the pretentious part of the United States. And Bellevue, well, that's a hard question. I think a lot of Seattle is really high income now. Like, obviously we have like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, so we have an insane amount of like really, really big tech companies. And yeah, there's tech bros, there's tech wives, and then there's like the boat dudes. Boat dudes are the best. If you live near a lake or near a body of water, you know, all the dudes that are, you know, in their like 50s, their like late 40s or early 50s, that, you know, they made a lot of money, or they're like a business owner or whatever, they start to have the same vibes. Yeah, bro, that was so funny. Yeah, no, that was like peak catharsis. That was so worth it. I think we're doing shit in terms of KPS. I need to step this up a little bit. I need to start spamming a little bit more. I'm still able to grab the life support. We have fully moved them into the next room, so at this point it's just getting enough kills and shooting the arms off of culverines properly. I mean, chat, I gotta tell you, I have been doing way too much stuff that isn't Omnias. I have been playing way too much other content and like other games. I bought Windblown. I've been trying that out. I've been trying to look for games that can compete with, you know, like Wolong and stuff like that. Shout out DJ Domo Fire for following. Appreciate it. Welcome in. That was on TikTok. Scroll. Okay, safe, made it. Yeah, so yeah, I gotta get back in the rhythm of doing Omnias. I'm gotta be honest, I'm kind of out of practice. Like, a little bit embarrassing. You should be able to get way better KPS in an Intrati survival. Like, generally, you know, Intrati survival, I talk about it. It's probably the easiest of the Omnias. I don't ever think it's too much of a struggle. All right, chillin'. Get a few more life support charges, but doing a little bit better. This is what I realized is like, this is what the reason that I'm like looking at some other games is because my family's looking at going on vacation sometime soon, and we were like, you know, weekends might potentially be booked. So I was looking at, you know, some games on controller that I can play, because the main thing is like, if I'm on the couch, you know, if I'm on vacation, it's going to be a couch stream, and I don't really want to be playing mouse and keyboard. And so, you know, first thing was like, oh, it means I should do some practice playing Warframe with a controller. That was like rule number one, because God, I love Warframe. Appreciate it, Domo Fire. Yep. I mean, if you love Warframe, I have a YouTube channel as well. All my old streams are available there. They all have titles and thumbnails for like the builds that I run. So, you know, I just finished a primary tier list, so I've got a bunch of content that's, you know, backlogged and available if you guys want to watch. And, you know, I've been doing these like 2-hour streams for a while, so some of them are different if you go like older into the past, but, you know, generally it'll be the same stuff. If it's not a super scripted or like on the rails segment, like what I'll do is, you know, if I'm doing a tier list, then yeah, the first 30 minutes is talking about the tier list, the next 40 minutes is doing builds. So that stuff is like pretty heavily set in stone, but most of the time, most of my streams are just, you know, playing Omnias, doing dailies, stuff like that, and then playing with a bunch of random gear. So that's the main thing, is that lots of yapping. I do also put out kind of like tutorial videos, so I do a scripted tutorial video once a week, and I actually have one going up on Friday that I have to edit and do the captions for, so unfortunately I've still got work that I need to finish, but I did want to get over and stream, and yeah, it doesn't take too much work for me to do the captions, so, you know, appreciate everybody for joining, and I gotta get all my shit set up. This is good. Snagged it, chilling, right? Yeah, I gotta get the flow back, you know. I gotta get these vibes moving. I will say, like, oh, 6%. Where? Oh, there's still one right here. Oh, we're actually safe. Look at this. Wait, did that other room fill up? Huh. Oh no, this room is gonna start filling. Okay, I might as well just pop these, and then if we need to move them into the next room, then we can. But we'll just keep them in the middle for now. But I will say I'm having to get back in the groove. Like I've, you know, when I was doing the tier list, I was doing a bunch of fucking like 5-minute conjunction survivals to test for KPM. I was doing a bunch of short cascade runs to test for single target DPS. So, you know, when I was doing all that stuff, I did spend a lot of time outside of my usual wheelhouse, and I gotta say, like, it's always weird to say that, like, you know, the AX52 is really strong, but I don't think it's good enough to use in the randomizer. But I've, you know, returning to this stuff, you kind of get reminded a little bit of the practice that needs to come from this, and you do. Oh my God. One of the comments was like, I don't know what this tier list is, but your test proves it wrong. And I was like, bro, you can... It's like, I don't like your tier list, and also your tests are shit. I'm like, okay, guys, like, I kind of roll my eyes. At a certain point, it's like you've seen all the comments, you know, like the people that leave like the negative comments, or like, you know, whether it's just criticism in as nice a form, it's like, in the end, there is kind of like, I think especially with games like this, where there's so many percentages and, you know, math that gets involved, people really do, they get the math in their head, they get like the objectivity in their head, and they're like, well, I mean, obviously the way I play is objectively correct, so, you know, if, I guess this content creator is just a fucking moron. And I'm like, I think it happens in all games, you know, like, I wouldn't be surprised if people are talking like this in Monster Hunter, and they're like, I don't know how much builds you can actually make in a lot of games. I guess that's the other thing, is like, this game is pretty unique in like the level of customization that you have for the combat. Like, you know, obviously, like, you'll have customization everywhere, but yeah, to be able to fine-tune your playstyle as much as you can in Warframe, I think it'll always have those people that are just like, you know, blaringly confident, and they love leaving comments. That's what I say, is like, somebody that leaves one comment leaves more than one comment. Like, they're generally like, that's a way of engagement for some people, and I have to always keep that in mind, that like, I appreciate when people are nice in the comments. Like, what I really love from people is like, just drop your build in the comments, right? Like, if the initial comment is just like, here's how I play this weapon, you know, if your initial comment is this weapon, or like your build sucks, then someone has to like click into your comment and be like, and have to assume that there's more to your comment than just you shitting on a content creator. But if you just throw your build in the comments, it's so nice, because then you get a bunch of replies of people being like, oh, really nice build, thank you for the idea as well. So that's, you know, like, when I did my initial Warframe tier list, that's kind of what happened, is like, people would be like, here's my Baruch build, here's my Zaku build, and then you got to see like, okay, here's how Amar plays it, you know, because of the randomizer and all these different factors. And then here's how, like, someone who is, you know, choosing a perfect loadout and has a super optimized weapon combo, here's how they can maximize their Zaku better, and, you know, maybe they don't need as much survivability because of secondary fortifier, or like, whatever it is. Like, generally I'm like, you can tell when it's a hate comment at first and a build comment second, and then when it's a build comment primarily, and then everything else is second nature. Like, it's, you know, what I'll tell everybody is, yeah, if you're gonna leave a comment, add something to the video first before you judge the person. And obviously I'm the person being judged, so of course I'm gonna say that. But that's what I'll say, is like, comments are very valuable, but they're much more valuable when you are coming at it from a good perspective from the beginning, and you're coming at it initially from being like, hey, here's how you can maybe get more power if you don't like this setup, and then it's still a great comment. Like, that's what I gotta say, is like, this game does have an awesome community, and I think what I love is that, like, for the most part, most videos are valuable for people, and when I'm doing videos, I'm always trying to explain to people, like, watch a bunch of videos. Don't ever just watch one build guide. Don't ever just watch one Warframe build. Watch 2 or 3, you know, see how different content creators build frames in different ways, and pay attention when a content creator is good at describing why they play the way they do, because you know, it's important to explain what your build is and how it works, but to also explain the content that you're playing. And you know, like, if you're looking for level cap builds, that shit will always be in the title, but you know, that's what I mean, is like understanding the type of content that I play, understanding my play style is honestly like way more important than understanding my builds, because in the end, like, you see my builds and you just see fucking 3 survivability mods and like arcane, just like a bunch of, like, it's super common for you to see that with me. And you know, that's generally because I am always forced to use such strange weapons that I need to have some baseline level of power to keep me normal. So that's where I'm at, is like I try to do a good job of explaining why my setup is the way it is, and then kind of going from there. So you can see we've got awful KPS with the Vasto Incarnon. This is making me sad, but I've got to get the practice back. Apparently it's got to be all Omnias all the time for a while, because this is an embarrassing showing. Or it could just be the Vasto. I mean, that's the thing. I've been ranking up the Vasto a lot by like not playing Omnias, so it is worth it. Like, this is what I do, you know, for pistol. So I should explain like the general idea behind the randomizer, which is like every weapon has like a usage statistic. So like currently my Vasto is sitting at like 1.2% usage. But for it to join the ranks of, you know, like Dual Toxicus Incarnon, Lex Incarnon, all that stuff, it needs to be at 1.5% usage. So that means I need to use it for, you know, 20-ish, no, like 10 more hours maybe. I have a total in-game, or total in-mission time of like 3,600 hours, so, you know, for a weapon to be viable, it means that I've played it for 1.5% of my total time in the game. So, you know, it still maths out pretty well. You know, like you'll still end up, it's not that hard to rank up a weapon. Obviously, it's weeks and weeks and weeks. What frame are you using? This is Harrow Prime. I am trying my best to keep pen and tack. I have 5%. Oh shit, I cut it too close. 2%. Here, I'll pop 2 of these. Wait, what? Wait. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Wait. Oh, that's the other room. Never mind. Okay, sorry. I thought I was going crazy. Yeah. There's another room of life support that I have to go grab. And yeah, you can tell. Like, when you have to start running between the rooms for the life support, that's when you know the KPM is struggling. So I'm feeling it. So Harrow Prime has a crit buff on his 4, so he basically has like a period of invincibility. And then he'll get a flat, or he'll get an additive crit buff. So it'll just take whatever crit mods you have and just add on top of it. So it's a very useful buff. I also have Arcane Avenger on top of that, so I'm getting a pretty decent power jump. Yeah, I mean, I do really enjoy, like, there are certain weird weapons that are just at a shitty enough. Look at this. I'm at half KPM. I'm barely over 1,000 kills, and I'm at 20 minutes. So this is a bad showing. This is what you got to realize. Like, I got to be honest when it happens and call it out. But yeah, I mean, you can still. I'm still completing 25 minutes, even though I'm scraping by the skin of my teeth. So maybe this is me realizing I need to do more Omnia practice with the Vasto Incarnon. I wish I knew more about Warframe. I just tend to copy builds and hope. No, I feel that, and that's what I tell people is like there is a certain level to this game. Like, I think copying builds is not like the worst idea, because for a lot of content you can still make it through the content. But what I try to say is, like, obviously I am a weird guy who's going to try and make every frame work, and because I am constantly swapping gear, I end up with these crazy builds. But generally, like, favor the stuff that you enjoy, understand that you will always have preferences, and that it doesn't matter if a frame is objectively good or bad. It matters, like, how good you are at Warframe with that Warframe. So I think that's important. And then what I always say is, like, there may potentially come a point where you need to change your build, and then at that point you can look at changing your build. But there is a definite threshold where you have some room to just kind of play how you want. Shout out Happy for following, appreciate it. And and you know, stopping by and watching the stream. I enjoy having people here to talk to. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I've always been, is like, I'm never here to judge other people's builds. I think everybody's builds are good enough for them to play the content that they like. You know, if I'm a person who primarily is playing Omnias, right, and I'm playing them for 5 rounds, so they never get above level 300, let's say. Maybe I'll do an Elite Archimedia, but I'll get good rolls on an Elite Archimedia. So generally, like, the level of content that I play, obviously solo makes it more difficult, but yeah, like, being able to complete solo Netracells is like a breakpoint. Like, if you can complete solo Netracells with your classic build, then that's a good margin to be at. The stuff beyond that is level cap, right? Netracells, you know, the death mechanic, the level 200 stuff, the fact that it has the steel path modifiers means that it has that level of difficulty that, you know, it's a good place to rest, right? And then if you get bored, or you want the game to be more difficult, or if you want zillions and zillions of Vasto, then, you know, put together a level cap Void Cascade build, and then that will be the end game of all end games, where you have like the meta, and at that point, you know, it's just like single target damage. You know, you don't really give a fuck about crowd clearing. There's just like, the trash mobs are trash mobs. You can kill them with anything. Like, I don't know. There's something about going from like my builds to like a level cap build where I just realized like level cap Cascade is like a completely different beast entirely, and if you're not doing level cap Cascade, then you could basically, like, there's a much, it's like an entirely different game. And you know, last or yesterday we did do, you know, a Cascade run, and there's a lot of stuff about that mission that will just always be awful. You ever gonna subsume Evade onto Harrow? No. Yeah, dude, people have been, I don't know, I saw Xenosfire talking about that, but honestly, dude, the only reason that I keep Evade active on Site 09 is because of the sniper. That, like, I land one headshot and it gives me like half of the duration for Evade. Like, I'm never really consistent enough. But also, like, dude, I love Harrow as is. I never really feel it like, that was the thing. I looked at Evade and I was like, I don't think I actually need this on any of my frames. Like, I don't think I would really, I would rather, you know, have, you know, I'm using Pillage for shield regen. It does a little bit of armor strip, but, you know, I have yet to feel the need to put Evade on any frame. I guess is what, like, I haven't had the desire yet. I've had my builds as they are for a long time, and, you know, when Evade did come out, I was like, oh, that's a really cool ability. But then when I was playing it on Sight, I did realize that, you know, like, Sight's sniper just makes it so easy to use that I don't know if I could ever really comfortably keep it you know, I'm not using Opticor and shit. Like, you know, there's like specific weapons that, you know, if you're doing a headshot build and you got fucking Acuity and the works, then I don't know. I feel like the headshot weapon and build weapon and Warframe combo, I've been seeing a lot. You know, people have been doing the like the acid shells Sobek with Harrow or with Sight, and they get like the electricity bonus. I use other weapons like Dual Tox for that same reason. The Ricochet is so good. Yeah, I know. Does it count? Like, if you get a headshot on Dual Tox, does it ricochet to the head, or does it just ricochet to another part of the body? Because that would be a big change. But yeah, that's why I was like, you know, Sight Sniper really makes Evade for me, and that was my judgment for Sight, and that's like the main reason that I don't play Sight in the randomizer, is because my Sight build is just keep Evade active, drop a bunch of your 1, and then put Guaranteed Blast on the sniper, and then just land headshots for 25 minutes straight. Bounces to the same spot on other bodies. Okay, that's gamer. That actually makes it way more valuable. So that's super worth it then. I mean, that's kind of all you need to hear. That's what I've said is, like, I guess we have headshot builds now. We have the ability, or we've been awoken to the idea of, like, the headshot, like maxing out the headshot build. And so, you know, like, I've never seen as many Opticor videos. I've never seen as many Opticor videos. Like, dude, it's just, I don't even think people are using Acuity. I don't necessarily know what their setups are, but yeah, I've been like, wow, I guess the Opticor is the best weapon in the game now.
You exist to strike. You strike to
But that was a good warm up. That was a good start. I mean, we've got more gameplay we gotta play. So, ooh, 4 o'clock already. Damn. Yeah, I'll see how long I can go. I don't know if we're... Ooh, I got a friend request. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, put my username there for anybody to add me as a friend. So, thank you for making it easy on me. Thank you so much. Let's see who's that. Was it Hit Dust? Yeah, I think that's Hit Dust. Was that Domo? Oh yeah, that is Domo. Okay, we got you. Appreciate it. TBH multi-shot still clears Acuity out the water, but I personally love beer. No, that's what I realized too, is that the power, like, I can't live without multi-shot. I tried it. I tried it on a couple setups. I just could not salvage it. I could not endure it. I personally don't like the Opticor. No, that's what I mean though. Like, there are my pistol, the list of the amount of pistols I use in the randomizer is the lowest of any weapon category, and it's still like 35 weapons. So there's so many really strong pistols available to you. And what I say is, like, I think, you know, my primary list has 74 weapons in the randomizer that maybe I don't play all the time, but I play regularly enough that I love them and I'm comfortable with them. So, like, you have way more freedom in the primary list to still have really, really powerful weapons. What I say is, like, pistols are, you know, early on in the game, you get pistol mods way slower than you get rifle mods. So, you know, pistols can kind of be a second choice. They're useful for certain things. They have secondary encumber, which is an insanely valuable buff. And, like, bro, if you're in an elite Archimedia, you just pray that somebody has secondary encumber, because that shit kind of changes everything. But I think we're good. I don't know what the next prime is. Oh yeah, I should mention it is Wednesday. So Wednesdays and Thursdays we play prime frames. Mondays and Tuesdays we play normal frames. So Sevagoth prime. Holy shit. Okay, that's a good choice. So another bonk fluence, but yeah, let's get right into it. I still keep the shadow, you motherfuckers. I still keep the shadow. I'm about to get Vasto this week. Any specific build setup that's good? I think it's the worst Incarnon. The way that I have it set up is I use the alternate third augment. Obviously, so it is a really good single target weapon, but you get 4 shots of a 6-round burst, and then your Incarnon is discharged. It's pretty easy to charge up, but generally, I loved the idea that they gave this to me, infinite ammo on headshot. I've doubled the magazine size with a 1-second reload, but the only reason I use this is because I have a Riven for it. It's crazy. Acuity? No, I don't use Acuity. I have Blast on this, which is the other thing. So this is the only reason I would use it, is for blast damage, but this Riven is fucking criminal. Like, this weapon is not... I don't think it's worth using without the Riven. I do enjoy that it has base slash. It favors slash by an absurd degree with the initial stats. That is a 5 times ratio, almost 5 times. But yeah, so, you know, without the Riven, it does... Yeah. There's cooler Incarnants, but this Riven is 300% damage and 172 slash. So I am needing the multi-shot. I'm proccing as much blast as I can, but you can see we've got some weird ratios with secondary enervate, because it's got base crit chance of 22. So if you add a crit mod onto that, then it's not the worst, but it's also not super high. Oh, that's skewed. Oh, that's not going to show me the right number. Is it going to show? No, it's not going to. Here, let me see if I can turn this off real quick and we can see the actual number. 66%. So that's the crit chance that you're going to get with critical delay. So, you know, I don't know. I definitely test it before you do anything. Nice, I saw some dystopia build on it and had ridiculous crit chance. Yeah. I should have got more plat before making 2 frames because I'm out of room. Oh, dude. Oh my god, the not having slots, bro. If you spend plat on anything, it's slots, dude. I feel like it's got to be slots, but no, that's a struggle. I feel that. Holy shit. No, that's a the slot game. I do not envy that life where you need plat to even want more frames or more weapons. So I feel that. Well, we covered Vasto. Let's cover the other stuff. Once again, shield capacity and energy max, so I don't have energy. I don't have flow in here. I don't need a crazy amount of max energy. I still have effectiveness on energy orbs, so I'm still able to refund a lot of energy. So that's the thing, is I have a lot of energy coming in. Ember and Neja, oh my god. Yeah, those both have crazy builds, so I'm so sorry to hear that. That's the grind. What should you be... I think... So I say, like, Requiem mods are pretty easy to sell for plat. Depending on what syndicate you chose, you might be able to sell some Warframe augments. Like, you could do some... looking in the market in terms of, like, what are some favored augments. And then this is 2 Tauforge Reds for ability strength. And that is because... When you have Shadow Haze, I have both of the augments. Shadow Haze, Dark Propagation. When you have the Shadow Haze augment, whenever the Shadow from Reap, whenever that hits an enemy, that gives additive crit on top of damage vulnerability. So this is the same type of crit buff as Harrow, which is why I'm using Arcane Avenger again, because that means that it's going to go from 111% bonus crit. Just farm Ascension and sell those Arcanes. Okay, there you go. There's your answer. Because Ascension, yes, very easy to farm. So appreciate that. That was Dirty Duck. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, what are the... Ice Storm is pretty good. I know people like Afflictions. Is Battery. I think Battery is also from Ascension, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, is that from... That might be from Deviri. But yeah, so this becomes 100... Fortifier. Fortifier. There's the one. There's the one. Dude, I feel like, yeah, that must... that must sell for a lot, because I do think people love Fortifier. But yeah, this becomes 146% crit chance. I'm still early game, only MR9. No, I feel it. Holy shit. Oh. Yeah, you'd have to complete the War Within, start farming Requiem Relics, or you could complete the new War and then unlock Ascension and then start farming those. But it's a little bit better to do in Steel Path. I feel you, bro. That's a struggle. Yeah, that low MR ratio where you're not really able to farm a lot of the stuff that you need to. I totally feel that. So, the other thing is, yeah, if you just spam 1 and 2 over and over again, you can like map wipe anything. So, it's really stupid. This is an interesting combo. This is a single shield regen mod with 75% DR from Eclipse. So a very weird setup. Yeah, I just replaced Gloom. I don't know. I don't really like Gloom very much. You know, Lifesteal is not the craziest thing for me. I don't take advantage of it very often. I feel like once I'm taking health damage, I'm probably already dead. So, yeah, you'll see it. I mean, my thing is like I'm more the type to swap to my operator to heal, like because I have Magus repair, I can just swap really quickly. But yeah, similar setup, just a little bit of shield regen and then Arcane Aegis. Fortifier, Ice Storm, Battery, Afflictions, those all sell 20 to 25 plat, and you can farm 1 full Arcane in like 3 to 4 missions, and the mission's only like 3 minutes. Yup. Oh, because of the Vestigial Moats. Yeah. You do, yeah, when you're in the Steel Path, you fight the Sister, you get a bunch of Vestigial Moats, and they're only like 10 moats each. I was like, fuck yeah. I've got 5 frames and don't have Helminth unlocked. I'm trying to get to Steel Path. Yeah, that's the grind. Yeah, I mean, Nadaruk from the new War is very helpful for the Steel Path. Zoris is very good for the Steel Path. Once you got some good frames that you like, I think that's important too, so... And then last but not least, let's talk about Sevagoth Prime's Shadow. I am keeping the Shadow. I couldn't do it. I couldn't subsume him. I have fun playing the Shadow. I may not play it very often, but I do have a lot of fun playing the Shadow. This is a health tank setup, so I can heal myself. You know, if dying doesn't matter, then I might as well have some infinite energy with health tanking. And then with the claws, this is a fun setup. So you've got a double 200% slash proc, and then I think also, yeah, the standing combo has a bunch of slash proc, or the standing blocking combo, but I would still probably say the standing combo is better. And then of course the heavy attack does have a slash, so I'm using Discipline's Merit. Just, you know, maybe I'll get a Viro proc, maybe not, but I'm just dealing some massive slash procs and that's it. I've got a rank 1 arcane battery. Your main is Umbra. Yeah, that's a great choice. I'm Goss Prime main with Roar Subsumed. Yup. No, that's a good choice. Like Goss, great weapons platform. I love Redline. I think it's a super fun ability. Quellor. This is a weird one. So I do have a fire rate mod. I am speeding it up more with my companion, but it still needs to be under a 2.5 fire rate, because if it is, then funny enough, the charge shot of the Quellor does have a guaranteed impact proc, so it means that, you know, I just have a 70% chance to proc slash, and then I've just got a bunch of damage mods, you know, crit damage. This can be replaced with what's it called? Elementalist. You could replace it with Elementalist. You could replace it with galvanized aptitude for gun condition overload. You could replace it with a faction damage mod. This is just me being a little bit lazy, but the Riven is also weird. Multi-shot impact gives me pretty high chance for impact. Not really very useful, but hey, if I'm lucky, I might get another slash proc. So, you know, generally it's got a slow enough fire rate that, you know, I'm feeling a little bit better if I can land a couple extra slash procs. So that's where I'm at with that. Oh, I can put this in here, and then that's looking good. Okay, so that's Quellor, and then finally Jack Kittag. Bonkfluence, literally the exact same setup as before, exact same stats, slightly higher status. But yeah, I mean, very easy to proc melee influence, but that's kind of where it ends. But you'll see it. I like Jack Kittag. Jack Kittag does have like a slam buff, but slam attacks deal blast damage and launch enemies, so I guess this will yeet shit into the void, so maybe not the best choice for some enemies, but we should be safe. That'll carry us. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll spam some Quellor and then swap to the Vasto, so I gotta say, man. Whew. I am realizing that I need to be doing more just like classic Warframe, and I need to do more Ascension. I need to get Jade. I need to subsume Jade so I can have Ophanim eyes. I just wanted to have that because it's just absurdly no way. This is the last of the Radiant Relics that has 2 in the stack, and then I move to single stacks. And I have to do all of these fucking relics. And then I don't own any more Radiant Relics. And then I'm just burning whatever I have at the top, which is not that one, this one. Yeah, Mezzo A7. Yeah, giving me a Carius Prime and a bronze Sevagoth. So I could totally do that. I'm going to burn these as well. I'm going to burn this as well. That's a bronze Nidus. So yeah, I'm going to burn this relic as well. So any relic that doesn't have any silver or gold Warframe parts, those are trash relics. I don't give a fuck. I get a zillion bronze Warframe parts. I don't care. Why is the bursting Incarnon so busted? It just melts. That's a good question. Well, so it is a beam weapon that benefits from multi-shot, that has like one of the highest per tick damage in the game. Like, you know, each bullet of the Burstin does so much damage, and then when you combine it with the fact that it basically functions as a beam weapon that gets a shit ton of multi-shot, it means that you really just can't go. Also, it's an Incarnon, so it has absurd like base damage stats in general, so it's just fucking crazy. We love the Burstin. I think I ranked it like number 3 on the list. So let's do some Quellor. Let's do some Quellor farming. Just some clip farming with the Quellor. Get a zillion fucking slash procs. Oh, it's so fun. Is Glaxion still good? Tenet Glaxion is goated. Tenet Glaxion, dude, I don't know how they do it, but apparently Tenet Glaxion is like bugged, and it's a chain beam that benefits from punch through. So like when the beam punches through an enemy and hits another enemy, then it chains off of that enemy too, which is just fucking crazy. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't know. It feels like you know, with gun condition overload, there's like the whole multiplicative gun condition overload, which is listed as not intended on the wiki. And then they release Acuity, and that shit has multiplicative crit chance, and then that shit is listed as a bug in the wiki. And I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing where, like, yeah, suddenly Tenet Glaxion, just the oddball, and now, you know, if they quote unquote nerf it, which really just means correct a bug, then you're gonna get a bunch of people like crying and being like, no, they nerfed the Lieutenant Glaxion. Now it's dog shit. It's like, dude, I do not envy like realizing you're caught. You know, like I don't know if they knew the. I would hope. There's no good way of thinking about this, right? If they knew that multiplicative gun CO and multiplicative acuity existed and they left it in, that's kind of bad. And if they didn't know, that's also kind of bad. But in the end, it's the same. It ends up with the same problem where now you've created a status quo where the players are used to having the multiplicative version of that. And like I think Frost also has like Biting Frost also has multiplicative CO or crit chance. So yeah, you've set the precedent, and now you have to like go back, and now it's a nerf as opposed to just a fix. And I'm like, that's a struggle situation to be in. I feel for Pablo, you know, with the exalted change and the change to pseudo exalteds. I feel for the community members, like the people who are like in the forums. Like they're gonna have quite a time. They're gonna be kind of going through it. So yeah, you gotta be real. I mean, that is the one thing that I mean, don't like is maybe the wrong word, but you know, it's to be expected, and it makes me a little sad that, you know, people are like, when something is reworked, if the power is decreased at all, then people are gonna be like, fucking, what's number one? I ranked Torrid as number one in the game. Also a beam weapon, so has the same. So it's an actual beam weapon. God, I need to play a little bit better. But Torrid Incarnon is an actual beam weapon, which means that multi-shot. Technically, the word I would use, because I talked about Bursten, is that it doesn't benefit from multi-shot. So multi-shot does not mean more beams. Multi-shot is just another damage multiplier on top of damage. But you know, it functions separately from damage, so it's pretty powerful for that regard. So. Oh god, I'm feeling the squish factor right here. I'm feeling like I need to make some adjustments, but yeah, I'm getting chunked a little bit. This Necromech needs to die. That's rule number one. I cannot allow this guy to live. He's just chilling here. He's treating me dirty. I need to keep my one active. I feel like if I can keep my one active, then I'll be chilling. But yeah, you can see that's a decent slash proc. It's not the best, but yeah, if you get lucky. Oh, it's violence. Of course it's fucking. Can I do or is it going to kick me out? Wait. Here, let's see if I can do this. I have an idea. I think I can succeed. Where is he? He teleported all the way over there. That's it. Alright, death by void strike. Yep, sentenced. Sentenced and executed. Just like that. Look how easy that. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Eclipse decayed while I was in the operator, so that sucked. Alright. Safe. There's the nuke. What are we at? 4 minutes. Should we swap? What are we at kills? 289. Better. Decent. I think it's time we swap and just spam the Vasto for the rest of the game. I'm going to just try and keep my one active, because obviously that does apply radiation, I think, as well, so it'll kind of pacify enemies, so it's pretty nice for that. But yeah, it's mostly just, you know, the Sevagoth has enough damage that you shouldn't really get shot a lot. I need to recast this. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking, like, I'm a very survivability-centric person, just because I've had too many struggles at this point. It just... God. There are moments where this game is very easy, and then, yeah, the randomizer is great at, you know, really fucking you over. Just kind of giving you the business and making you struggle. So, set up here. Let's tab over, and then I guess we have to scroll every single time we finish the mission. So that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, I want to see where the next things are spawning. Oh, they're spawning in that room. That's a little bit lame. I don't like that. That means we should probably start moving to the other side of this room. We'll start pulling the spawns over this way. So I'm just gonna move to this side and see if I can't start kiting these guys over to a different area. You know, doing better, but still not doing great. But yeah, if I'm ever in a worry, I just press 2 and then press 1, and you kind of just kill everything. So yeah, it's nice. I mean, generally that's where I'm at, where I want to use weapons as much as possible. Obviously, like, because of the randomizer, I'm trying to use as much of a variety as I can, but yeah, in the end, it's like I know that the nuke exists. I know that ability nukes exist. I just try to not use them when I don't need to. Like obviously with Ember, you know, the Ember is a fun example because the healing flame build is basically just only casting 4 for like the entire game, so it's fun for that. Do you get any rewards for completing Steel Path star chart? So completing all the nodes on the star chart will unlock Steel Path. It'll also unlock arbitrations, but I don't think you get a reward. I know when you complete planets in the Steel Path, then they'll reward you with like 25 Steel Essence. Honestly, Latron Incarnon is pretty strong too. Can have over 200% crit chance or strip armor. Yup, I love that. Yeah, dude, Latron was such a hard one for me to rank because, like, yeah, it is so strong. But I ended up putting it surprisingly low on the list. I think it was still in the top 10, but I did have it pretty low. But yeah, that is a great example of like the fact that the orbs like bounce. So much of that weapon is like absurdly strong. But yeah, I think honestly that's the thing, is like making the tier list is like the hardest part, and it's the reason that I do it off camera. I only use it with Banshee. Yup, that's goated. That's an excellent thing. Yeah, but like honestly, like I always encourage people, even if no one will ever see it, make a tier list, right? Be forced to judge each weapon, and you know, you can be as analytical as you want or as subjective as you want, but I think it's just fun. I think a lot of people would learn some stuff off of being like, you know, sitting down and judging this way and being like, oh, well, I guess I would probably put this weapon above this weapon, even though this weapon may technically be stronger. You know, like I put like Nadaruk and Excellitra Prime above Latron Incarnon, and that's purely just because like otherwise it would be the top 7 weapons are the top 7 strongest Incarnons. And then it's like, yeah, that's great. I wanted to include weapons. You know, I put Tenet Archiplasmor on the list. I put Nadaruk and I put Excellitra because, yeah, normal Excellitra is still very good. And I think for a lot of people, like the people that actually find value from a tier list are probably earlier in the game. And so it benefits you, the content creator, and the newer viewer, the person that actually needs to see a tier list, to be like, oh, this weapon is higher on the list because it's easier to get. You can get it earlier in the game, which means that, you know, you don't have to worry about completing the Steel Path. You don't have to worry about unlocking Steel Path circuit. Stuff like Torrid or Bursten can be used with any frame, and some others are better in certain situations. Yeah, that's what I mean. And, you know, in the end, that's what I had. So weapons that are general use are going to be ranked higher. Yeah. That's what I've enjoyed is like, I think the thing that I notice about a tier list is that it shows how good people are at judging stuff. Like, shout out Dirty Duck. This is what I hope for. It's like, Dirty Duck is breaking it down exactly how you should break it down, which is like, you know, in the list, you will have weapons that are just so strong. Oh, I might fail this. Can I run fast enough? 4%. I don't think I'll make it. 2%? 1%? Oh! And I didn't make it. Fuck. Yeah, I felt it. God damn it. Yeah, still a slow KPS. That's unfortunate, but we'll go in again. Same build. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. So I've got some practice to do apparently. Was there more? Does this room have more spawns, or is it really just 3? I think it is just 3. I think there's another room that looks similar that I might be thinking of. But unfortunate, chat. I yap too much. I'm using Nadaruk. Yeah. Nadaruk is very good. That's the one that I suggested. Because you just complete the new war and then you get the Nadaruk and you can put a bunch of damage on it and it just does a lot of damage. So I enjoy that. Is the Braden supposed to be a stat weapon? What do you mean by that? A stat weapon? TBH, I use whatever's fun. Yup. Would you make a tier list based on how easy a weapon is to obtain? I think that would be a good thing to do, but that would be a scripted video. That would be 3 minutes long, and it would be, hey, this is a good weapon if you complete the new war. This is the good weapon, yeah. Braden is a slash status weapon, yeah. Oh, is that what you meant? Oh, okay. I think that's what they meant, yeah. All right, let's just go back in again. That was unfortunately pretty embarrassing. So don't slow down. Don't dawdle. Just go right back in. Oh yeah, I select the mission over here. All right. Persto, survival. All right. One more attempt, I guess. Oh, that's a number. That's a 1. Okay, so yeah, we're just burning through singles. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all.
Bow Incarnon is insanely strong. I've been using it as a red crit. No, that's the thing. It still deals a lot of damage. So mine is built. Wait, does the Bratton have innate slash damage? I know the normal Bratton favors. I don't know. Yeah, I know. So the way that I have it built is I just take advantage of the heat proc on the AOE, and then I have like viral heat and hunter munitions all in one. So that's my setup. It's just, you know, when you have a bullet with that high damage stats, you can make pretty good advantage of like fire and slash and just getting like pretty high damage over time numbers. So I do enjoy it for that regard. All right, but we gotta play a little bit better. We gotta actually kill enemies. Does this room have a lot of pylons? I don't think so. But yeah, apparently I'm more out of practice than I thought I was. So a little embarrassing, chat. You gotta be real. It's legitimately incredibly fun. Yeah, Bow Incarnon is really good. I use it as a bonk fluence. I have a lot of fun with Bow Incarnon. I just dude, like, I don't remember who it was, but yeah, the bow, the Furax, and the Magistar, they have like an alternate upgrade, which is essentially the same thing as internal bleeding. Like, it'll convert impact procs to slash procs. But then yeah, the other alternate route that most of them have is like some kind of slam buff, so they kind of nuke like crazy for that. But oh, did you see that, chat? I got tapped for most of my HP, so that was a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I do think Vasto and Incarnon is like, oh, these guys are 260. Oh, I'm right. I was right. Oh, I knew this is how this worked. So if you do a Void Cascade or a Void Flood Omnia, and then you leave into the Zeramin and you return, they'll start 100 levels higher. Look, they are level 263 instead of 163. So if you are crazy, you can start your Cascade 100 levels higher if you get an Omnia. So that's the Mondo segment. Oh, I'm seeing secrets. I'm kind of watching this now. I'm watching the Augur set, and I'm kind of watching how it interacts with the shield regen buff. It just reaches damn near everything. Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Hang on, am I forgetting to cast Eclipse? Oh, I'm feeling it, chat. Shout out Samsimus for following. There's this. There's this. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling it, man. I definitely think, yeah, like, my brain capacity starts running low at a certain point, and I get good at yapping. I'm either good at yapping or I'm good at playing Warframe, but never shall the two meet. So appreciate everybody for stopping by and getting to watch me die like 50 times over and over again, apparently, which is a little bit embarrassing. But chat, I mean, I'm not always perfect. I am known to have weird setups and still fail quite a bit, so I guess I should be spamming my ability move, but yeah, I got it. Oh, there's my third ability not active. Okay, love that. That's wonderful. This guy can die pretty easily, and then we'll be chilling. Okay. Ooh, 87, 93, 98. Ooh. Is this mission, like, extra laggy? Yeah, I don't know if I told you. So yesterday when I did the extra stream, my stream just straight up crashed. Like, the game crashed, Streamlabs crashed. And I don't know if it changed how, like, the Twitch analytics work, but yeah, I was looking at the Twitch analytics and I was like, what the fuck? Why does it look like that? Yeah, I'm watching the shield regen. I'm watching those moments where I have no shield. Yep, I felt that. I don't think I have Eclipse active. I'm thinking I've been I don't know, I feel like, ooh, hang on one sec. I feel like Vasto Incarnon is like that exact weapon where I sit down and I just run around too much. Axtiletto Incarnon that bounces like dual talk. Yup, I appreciate that. That's a great take. That's fire as fuck. Oh, we need to swap back. Can I do this into this? Yeah, we're chilling. Okay. A little bit better. Ooh! Oh, that's Mania. Oh, I didn't mean that was Mania. I'm lucky that I survived that. And death by void strike. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we're running at 80 FPS, so... Dude, I'm beefing my system, like, all the way down. I have no energy. I got, like, a bunch of mag procs, I think. Or maybe just one mag proc. Still have enough energy for that. That's good. Alright. Where are we at? Oh, it's okay in terms of KPS, but it's not the best. I do think I need 2 shield regen mods. I'm starting to feel like damage reduction and a single shield regen mod isn't enough. Let me see if I can do this. Where's the corrupted ancient? I need to find that guy first. There's the ancient. Okay. Deal with this guy. And then I think I can start clearing these guys out. I don't have any energy, which makes me sad. But yeah, I'm feeling it on the Vasto Incarnon. It is like right at the level. It's right at the level where I'm... It's low enough in terms of power where I'm like struggling. I'm struggling to stay alive. Scroll like the devil. Alright. Got some water. I don't have any primes. Hello, been a while. Welcome in, Dr. Appleberries. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Ooh! Yeah, I'm feeling it. I think I might need double shield regen on this guy. Do I have... I gotta look into what I have on, like, Mesa and stuff like that and see what kind of build I have. This into this. Do I have any buffs active? Oh, this is what happens, chat. Do I need to bonk? I think I might do a little bit of bonking. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you gotta bonk. When too many enemies spawn, I do just have to clear them out sometimes by killing all of them at once with Jat Kittag. So pretty useful for that, you know. Jat Kittag, not a very good weapon, but melee influence and heavy slams don't really care about that. So, oh, this is a good room. I like this. This room only has 2 pylons, so a little bit dangerous, but I guess we'll start bringing him into this room. I got some water on my mustache, but still good, I guess. That's the test we'll be looking at then, is do I need to bonk? How often am I going to be bonking? I guess these guys did start 100 levels higher, so in terms of a difficult mission, I guess this would be a great one to talk about. So I'm thinking I might need some extra survivability on these types of setups, but we'll just have to watch. Where are they going to spawn from? Oh, do they run from this side? Okay, they run from this. Let's see if we can just bonk them. Yup, easy, dude. Easy clap. And then they kind of have to run up through here, so... Yeah, this is unfortunate, but maybe I should do this more often. Like, start them at 260 and just see how it goes. It'll make Intrati survival more difficult, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, there's this weird rhythm to Intrati missions, especially survival, where all you're doing is running around and killing shit, where you get really good at popping the arms off of the culverines, and then, like, the better you are at making the culverines explode, it just kind of wipes everything, so it's a little bit crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to pay attention to my shield right now, but yeah, I'm definitely feeling it a little bit. Let me see if I can bonk these guys and start to move the spawns. I think they're already moving into this room, so I could probably just stay in this room now. Okay, safe. Yeah, but I think, yeah, 4:53 and 7 minutes, so KPS is still really low. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, Intrati is not like a really hard game mode, so I should be playing better than this, but you know, it's to be expected sometimes. I will say, yeah, like doing more streams. I don't know, when I came back and I streamed oh shit, I'm gonna die. Safe. Oh, it's violence. Oh, I was wondering why my Eclipse got purged. Okay, I can still death by void strike though. Yep. He's still good. Safe. Come on, one more hit. You fuck. Yeah, there you go. One more hit. That's all you need. Okay. And then I'm slowing down quite a bit here, so I'll probably need to do this into this. Oop, that was lucky. Into this. Oh, yeah, there's the Hollow Vein. Did they all just die? I think I still killed all of them. Damn, I'm feeling it, man. Fuck. This is bad. I might be dead. We might fail this. 9%. I'm gonna go into this room. I'll have to go into this room and purge all of them. Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm out of practice. It is weird. Yeah, like I changed around my GPU, and I feel like I'm not really getting a huge power buff, so kind of makes me a little bit sad. But yeah, what are you gonna do, man? You get a couple shitty rounds in survival. You kind of got to get used to it at a certain point. All right. Ooh, there's a blast proc that would have totally killed me. Thank God for the shield regen, I guess. My companion's dead. That's great. Do I have any? I don't have gun condition overload or multi-shot, so that's a little bit of a struggle. Let's just bonk for a little bit. Let's just do some bonking. I need to get my kills up and get moving a little bit better. This is not a good showing, chat, but yeah, I've got to run over to that room now. So that's the thing. Like, it is a crazy thing about survival that the worse you play, the worse you play, right? Like, the more you slow down, the more you're bogged down by something besides killing enemies, the harder the survival becomes, and the more you have to do more of that, of just back and forth of like, oh, well, I guess I have to snag some more life support towers, and it has this weird feedback loop where, like, once you struggle a little bit in the survival, it can almost be game over, so you're kind of seeing it. I mean, I should be using Sevagoth's crit buff more, but, I mean, at a certain point, I'm having to keep myself alive more than I'm actually dealing damage. Like, this is awful, man. Dude, I am pretty curious to see about, you know, whether they're looking at new Incarnons, because there's still a lot of weapons, or there's still a lot of weapons that they're not really that great. Shout out Dr. Appleberries for dropping a bunch of likes. We're at 750. Thank you so much. We hit this, into this. All right, feeling better. This guy needs to die. Let's kind of just pull him into this room. I can probably get rid of him pretty easily, but yeah, the level 2, fuck, man. The level 200 thing does kill me, so I guess this is what I would expect, that I unintentionally fuck myself over. All right, safe. Do this. Do a little bit of bonking, I think. These guys are stuck in a hallway, so I'm gonna die if I stand in that hallway, I'm gonna die. And yeah, Worm is dying like crazy, so let's nuke this guy and then start moving some stuff around, and then I think we should be good. But I'm definitely feeling the whole using bonkfluence when there's too many enemies, otherwise trying to spam Vasto. But you can see, like, at a certain point, the bonkfluence just trumps all. The bonkfluence just goes beyond. But yeah, I am thinking about some other survivability, and, you know, maybe I do replace Goon. Oh, yeah, I'm just watching the recharge delay, and I am thinking, like, I do probably need double shield regen, so I might change some stuff around at a certain point. Ooh, that was an insane amount of lag. Holy shit. It was like 70 FPS or something, so I do feel like I might need some survivability on this guy, some extra survivability. Because, yeah, that's a 0.6 second shield recharge delay, and that is definitely long enough to get completely obliterated. I don't know if, yeah, there you go. So you can see it's not really, I'm having to swap to operator like all the time, so that sucks, Chad. It's weird, like I don't think I've played a lot of these prime frames in a while, so it is nice. I feel like I would have to, I don't know if I have Augur Secrets, but that would probably be the thing, is I would have to sacrifice Augur Secrets for a little bit more survivability, but yeah, this is spooky, man. And yeah, I guess, like, you're noticing that the Augur bonus refunds like 10 shields, and so it means my shield gets popped like immediately then, as like if I cast an ability, then the shield just immediately gets popped again, because it's under 50 shields, right? So it doesn't actually give you the full timing bonus, but you can kind of like recast it, and I'm still just like burning way too much energy. Yeah, I'm thinking I might need, I'm gonna look at some of my other setups, because I don't know how many other setups I have that are similar to this. I think it might just be Sevagoth that's set up like this, but ooh, yeah, no, Necromech does not give a fuck about what survivability you have. Did the infested lizards finally get added? They are coming next week, next Wednesday. So I'm doing some boring shit while we prepare for that, and then moving on from here. Oop! So the life support just started spawning over there. That's good. Yeah, I just need to bomb. I need to kill all these guys. All these fuckers need to die. There you go. Goodbye. Send them on our way. I don't have any galvanized buffs. I don't have gun condition overload. I don't have multi-shot, so... I mean, the proof is in the pudding, chat. If you're failing to keep the galvanized buffs active, that's kind of the... That's the judgment that you need. So I do think... I am honestly thinking that I need some extra survivability on this guy. I think I gotta double up. I think I gotta make that power strength sacrifice and play a little bit smarter, I guess is what I would say. Like, you're seeing that... Yeah, I mean, I feel like in most cases I would just be doing press 2, press 1. Just kind of over and over, and I don't know, there's... Am I remembering the shadow right? That you use the shadow and like you press 3 and it... what does it do? It triggers both of the effects at the same time. I don't know if that's accurate. 2 questions. Are you on PC and have you played Soulframe yet? I am on PC and no, I have not played Soulframe yet. I thought that I got my Envoy title, but I didn't verify my email. So instead of me creating my account like the first couple months after Soulframe, or the first month or 2 after Soulframe, it ended up being like a couple months ago. So I am like the last person on the list. I've been like secretly praying that like one of my Warframe content creator friends, you have a spare code? No. Well, I feel bad asking for it, but that's been I've been praying that anybody's willing to give me a spare code. I'm friends with a couple content creators. That's why I'm at, dude, I'll tell you right now, I have a Discord. Link to my Discord is in my profile on TikTok. If you're willing to give that up, there is a lot of stuff coming for you. You will, what I'll tell you is you will win a free raffle. You'll get a free Prime Warframe set. You'll get 3 ribbons. I've got a bunch of shit to give away, and if you are willing to give up a spare code, I would be forever grateful, because that is a Souls-like, quote-unquote Souls-like 3D action RPG from the creators of DE, and it is like it is made for me. I have been dying to play that game. You know, I play so much fucking Wolong and shit like that. Hey, what's a code? Yeah, so the code for Soulframe, totally bro. Just changed by it, but I play on Xbox. Oh yeah, no, thank you so much. So however you want to do it, I have a Discord. That would probably be my preferred way. If you just join the Discord, and then I can have you in there, and then you'll definitely have some free shit coming your way. That is absolutely deserving of some free shit. So if you are willing, that would be like the best thing that's happened to me. I'm so ready to try that game. Yeah, I'll hit the link. Yeah, so it's so weird. I realized to get to my profile, you have to like click on my profile picture and then click on my profile picture again. Beefy Fart, welcome in. I have a feeling the dual Coda pistols they showed in the dev stream is going to be strong. Yup. I'm excited for is it the Riot 848? I'm really ready for all the Coda weapons and the Coda primaries and all that stuff. Yeah, so when I see that Discord notification pop up, that is actually, you'll see a shit ton of Soulframe streams. I'll probably play some of it off camera first to get a feel for it, but I would love like to be able to play that like what am I trying to say? To be able to play that on a couch. That's what I want. We're at 5% again. I'm probably gonna fail. 2%, 1%. Yeah, we failed again. I yap too much. Oh, that's fine. We'll go in again. Starting at level 200 made me sad, but sorry, I freaked out a little bit. But is there a new type of Warframe? No. So there is a new game from the Warframe developers. Did they release the list of Coda weapons coming? I know they released the Coda variants. I don't know if they've released the new ones, but I know there's like a shotgun that looks really cool. Can only stop by for a few. Late once again for me. Yeah, appreciate it, Beefy Far. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, sorry, I got a little overly excited. I do have to pee, so I'll see if I can last. But oh, there's the Discord update. Father Elric, dude, and you have a sick username, Coda Serrata. Dude, Serrata is actually a very, very strong weapon. Father Elric, the GOAT. Gonna save my life here. because that was my hope, is that is a Souls-like that I can play on the couch, aka Soulframe. Yeah, what's it about? Yeah. So it's set in like a Western European themed world. So there's like Fae themes and like like kind of like lots of animal themes and like wolves and stuff like that. It's a little hard to describe, but yeah, there's like this super powerful race that is like controlling this world. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, I'm really excited to play it. I know, like, I mean, making a Souls-like is not easy. It's an incredibly feeling-centric game. Like, it requires so much of what it requires is like vibes. Like, it's never just tell me where and who to send it to. Oh yeah, here, I'll send you a message. I'll send you a private message. Yo, thank you. All right, I sent you a private message, and I'll add you as a friend as well. And then yeah, whenever you get online, you'll have some free shit coming your way. So whenever you want to do that, we can do that as well. So you've earned yourself some free stuff. So I'll let you know what I have available, and then we can get you given some free stuff away. So I'll survive as long as I can, but I do think I need to get up and tinkle a little bit. All right, dude, that is so poggers and so nice, and I really can't thank you enough. Like, I felt so bad when I realized I messed it up and I didn't set up the two-factor authentication. Oh my god, and there it is. Father Elric, the goat of all goats. Shade Vests on TikTok, you're the goat. Thank you so much. I mean, I gotta be honest, I have a lot of shit in my profile, so there is some stuff that you will have guaranteed coming your way. And then if you have any request, I don't usually do this, but you've given me something that I could have never hoped for, and I cannot thank you enough. So I have a lot of stuff in my inventory that I really have no use for, and I can't decide what to do with it. So just keep an open mind. You've got a bunch of free stuff coming your way. Oh, I can see what you're getting at. Like, it's super open world with the real world. Yeah. So it's got these really cool like procedural dungeons. So you explore the open world, and then you enter this area, and then it'll give you like that dungeon feel that you're used to with the Warframe level design. It'll present you with puzzles and stuff like that. And really, after I played Deviri, Deviri is essentially Soulframe Light. So if you played Deviri, you kind of have a feel for what it'll be like. But bro, you may see me put in a lot of hours into Soulframe. You may see 50-50 Soulframe Warframe. Have you tried First Ascendant? Saw that game, but never tried it myself. Apparently the grind times for new characters are like up to a week long. All right, got to bounce already. No, BV Fart. First Ascendant blew up. I saw a lot of my content creator friends started making First Ascendant content, and then it kind of fell off. So, unfortunately, it was a little bit sad. But I guess we'll swap the gear, and then we'll go back in. I think I already swapped, so we'll swap the Warframe. And then I do have to pee. Oh, we're using Nidus Prime. That's crazy. Okay, I really do have to pee, so I got to get up. Oh, wow, I finished the quest. Is it... Pretty cool. So would there still be like Warframes? So I guess the way that it's similar to Warframe is that you still have ability customization. So you'll have I forget the exact term, but it's like a class system that you can change whenever you want. I can give you the last code I have for you to raffle off if you want. Oh my god, that would be really awesome too. That would be so cool. I mean, Shade Vest, that is insanely poggers. I could not have asked for anything more. That is so wonderful. So if you are willing, I would enjoy that, and some lucky viewer will get access to that. So I do have to pee. I will be right back. Now let me cop that. Soulframe sounds sick. Yup. Join the Discord. That's probably what I'll do, is I'll raffle it off. So whoever wins the raffle. Oh my god. My birthday is next month. My birthday is April 2nd. So what I'm going to do is we will do 2 raffle winners, obviously for a birthday stream, but one of those raffle winners will also win a Soulframe coat. So that's what we'll do. We'll have 2 winners. Obviously, I do that for Christmas. You know, I did that when I hit 1,000 followers, but I got a pee, so I'll be right back. Thank you for saying happy B-Day. I'll be quick. I will wash my hands too.
Ammar, Pazul's assassin.
What did I miss? Shout out Voy for following. Appreciate it. Dropping some likes as well. I pre-registered months and months ago. Yeah, I feel it. Digby, welcome in. How do you gain Soulframe codes in the first place? I think you have to have joined you have to have registered a long time ago. So appreciate the likes from Voy. Guess what? Yeah, what's up, Digby? What you got for me? All right, set up here. We've got Opticor event. Yeah, we're all good. Let's do build real quick, and then we'll get into it. Let's look at Sevagoth. Let me just take a look. Let me see what I could swap. Do I have Augur Secrets? Yeah, I do have Augur Secrets. Oh, and it's just a freebie, so I think I can do this, and then I reduce this by 1 rank. So we're going to sacrifice. We're only at 200% power strength, and it's going to get reduced to 197. Cringe. And then we can put in... Ooh, huh? I might get rid of range. This is a radius. No, I think I'm going to get rid of range. 16 meter radius. Yeah, I don't really care about dark propagation. No, we're sacrificing range. Because we can preserve the power strength. We can preserve all that stuff, so that's good. But yeah, I am making the change towards double shield regen. Seems pretty important. I don't know exactly how Eclipse works. It might be a different kind of damage reduction than I'm used to, which is kind of important, but yeah, it's just you need a little bit of a survivability bump. So there we go. Sevagoth changed back to normal. Nidus. Yeah, Nidus is a weird one. So Nidus, I've replaced his 3rd ability with Omamori. I made Dagoth. Oh my, you almost got Dagoth? Shadow one. Oh wait, let me add you real quick. Let me do this. Friends. Add friend. Alright, let's see. Oh. Shade Wilson. Oh, I can read that. I'm a genius, I swear. Shade Wilson? Yes, nailed it. Okay. Okay, perfect. She's being made right now. Yeah, Dagoth is very fun. A lot of it's got a weird setup. Like the Doom effect is just so much fun. But yes, for Nidus, I am replacing his initial or his built-in damage reduction or damage redirection. I'm replacing that with Omamori. You know, he's a health tank, so this will give you a 50% chance to just prevent a damage tick. So very useful. Want to try to trade for some prime parts, perhaps? What do you need? Should we see here? Should we do a meme real quick? Let me finish the Nidus build, and then we can see what I have available. I need plat. I probably have some prime weapon parts, but I don't know how many I have available. Let's see. What else do you cover? Oh, teeming virulence. I should cover that. So this is primary crit chance, so you may see more of the Opticor. But yeah, it's very easy to hit 100 mutation stacks. You have Undying, so when you die, instead it burns 15 stacks. And it's very easy to refund those stacks, so super simple setup, actually. It's just a bunch of armor with adaptation and arcane grace, so I've got a lot of healing coming back in, so pretty good. I'm just trying to sell things right now for plat. Yeah, should we see? Let Let me see what I've got. I might have a set. Well, I'll say first of all, definitely join the Discord. I always have stuff. I always have stuff to give away once a month. And next month I'll be doing 2 giveaways, so you can get a Prime Warframe set. But let's take a look. Prime parts owned. Let's see what I got. Fang, Burston, Lex, Paris, Bratton, Fang, Bronco, Stradivar. Let's see. What do I have a lot of? What do I have? Orthos. I don't know if that's vaulted. Most of the Prime Warframe parts I generally keep. Huh. Yeah, let me see what I'll let me check in my inventory and see what I have. But yeah, definitely join the Discord. You'll be entered in to win the raffle automatically. And then for future months, you just gotta show up and say hi. So yeah, I mean, I'll see what I got, see what I can maybe give away, and see what's worth plat. You may be selling it for ducats, and that's about it. Or, you know, people are buying it for ducats. So Opticor Vandal build, built off of a Riven. It gives me 100% crit chance for the Vigilante bonus. So without the buff, it's 72% crit chance. So it's still a pretty good margin. I do have point strike in here, so it's a little bit quicker. So yeah, a very strong weapon, does a lot of damage, 9,000 damage on the initial fire. So it's a fun weapon. I enjoy it. Do you have Strum Prime blueprint? I'll buy it off you. Nobody seems to have it. I don't think so. I think Strum Prime is vaulted. Let me see. I might though. Strum Prime. Oh, I do. I have a bunch. I have a whole set, I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, join the Discord. Send me a ping. Ever Relic. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I guess I burned a bunch of these. What is this? This is the gold part? Holy shit, this is the gold part. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's available. The only cost you have to pay is to join my Discord. Appreciate 2,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you, guys. That's the only cost you ever have to pay. Just get involved in the community. I'm at work right now, but Aijin is the failed god. Yep, appreciate it. We'll get you added as a friend. All right. Alright. Added. There you go. Yeah, if you are able to, join the Discord. Send me a ping. I'll get you all settled. Keratinos. Just a swinging influence weapon. It's a fun weapon. You can get some range buffs if you get to max combo before you activate the heavy attack. So that's always a fun setup. How do I join? Because my phone won't let me look at bios. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I have another way. You could go to my... Oh, you can't go to my bio. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can just... If you just type in Amar J. Joshi on YouTube or Twitch, then you can go to my channel, and then I have the links. I have the links there as well. Shout out... I'm a bit EU. Am I saying that right? I'm a bit EU for following. Thank you so much. What's the Discord? So the Discord link is in my profile. You can also find it on my YouTube page. It's just you know, my community Discord where I run a raffle. So yeah, the relevant links are, I keep them in the profile and stuff, so you can just pop right over and join right away. So we may be seeing a lot of Opticor Vandal. We may not. I guess we'll have to see. But dude, I'm feeling it on Vasto and Incarnon. I'm actually feeling the struggle a little bit. The failure to keep up a consistent KPS. So oh no, we're safe. Okay, level 135 conjunction. I'll do it. All right, let's do it. I'll look into the YouTube link. Yeah. Yes, I mean, my username on all my main platforms is always the same. It's just Amar J. Joshi. So you can find my Twitch link, my YouTube link, all that stuff is available. Do you think we could trade? I don't know if I can provide much. You seem to have it all.
Each enemy is
yeah. So if you've joined the Discord, then send me a ping, and whenever I'm available, we can do some trading real quick. Generally, I don't do trading on camera, but yeah, let me know what you think. I own everything, so I don't really need much other stuff. So, you know, I'll with weapon parts. The thing is, I don't really have a plan yet on like when I give them away. So sometimes I'm a little more generous with giving out weapon parts and stuff like that. So, you know, if you catch me on a good day, I'll be available. Yeah, this shit is goofy. This shit does way too much damage, but gonna see if I can hit teaming virulence. Yeah, there's 400%. Holy shit. Yeah, appreciate Devil Cat for joining. That's in the Discord. Thank you. And then yeah, I'll be live again at 7 today. I'll see if I have some time in between streams. We're doing an AX52 build on stream, so I might just get you guys involved then. But yeah, I should have time when I finish. We might do... I don't know if I'll have 25 minutes in me for this run, so we'll see how long I go. But yeah, I think I've been thinking like you know, on these types of streams, I have been trying to do more. You know, if someone shows up and they need to farm something, since you're a maxed out player, what other things can you do on Warframe? So the only reason that I still play Warframe is because I randomize my gear. So the other thing that I do is I only play Omnias, really. So it's basically just weekly stuff. If you don't care about prime parts, or you don't... Okay, so what I will say is that the reason I play a lot of Omnias is not just because I can farm prime parts, but also because I just get a bunch of steel essence. So farming Kuva is like the only end game that I actually have. If I wasn't farming Kuva, I would basically have nothing to do. I have joined. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All cut up. Yeah, I think I'm all cut up there. So I guess we'll continue spamming Vasto and Incarnon and go from here. Recast this. I need to do this into this and then just spam this a whole bunch. This should put me at max stacks pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Like my game is like getting chunked down to like 75 or something. I'm feeling it right now, man. Dude, I am looking at Vasto Incarnon. I'm debating it. I'm debating if getting Vasto Incarnon in the randomizer just means that I have way lower KPS. I'm actually thinking pretty hard about this right now. I'm looking at the numbers, and that was the weirdest thing. Is like when I was playing this solo off camera, I was like doing fine with the Vasto Incarnon. Like that shit was kind of doing a zillion damage. But now I'm like, ooh. When I'm trying to yap and do all this stuff, I'm feeling it. Okay, here we go. That's good though. Oh god, look at the Nidus armor. Look how like with the freak skin, it just like covers the area. Where's the... Is there another Corrupted Ancient? I don't think there's another Corrupted Ancient. I think they just have a bunch of Overguard and that's it. So, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit weird. Alright, let's see if we can keep the ball rolling. We need to... I mean, for the most part, that's what I'm trying to do, is just keep the practice up with Vasto Incarnon. Leviet, shout out Leviet for following. Welcome in, welcome in. I guess would that be Leviet? Would it be Levier? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, I'm French. I'm French as fuck. Oh, there's an Undying. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But what I do love is when you get the Undying proc, you just fucking get the buff, press 4, press 2, group up all the enemies, and then you can get all your stacks back like basically instantly. It's so easy. It's so easy, dude. He is like actually invincible because of this. Like, it's just the most brainless thing to recast in the world. But yeah, dude, I am feeling the Vasto Incarnon. I'm starting to question its power. In terms of like being able to yap and do whatever I want and still deal a bunch of damage, I think I might just leave it where it is. Where the fuck is Protector? Oh, he's cooked. He's cooked, bro. I think I might just leave it where it is and not bring it into the randomizer. I'm not sure. I mean, this is what is necessary. Like, this is part of why I do it the way I do, because in the end I will have to lock in with this pistol in the randomizer on stream, so I have to be able to yap and still deal a bunch of damage with this weapon. So, you know, if it starts to slow down, then you really feel it. So I think it is a good test. You got to be real sometimes. Like, in the end, that's kind of what the randomizer is for, is it forces like a power floor, where if a weapon just doesn't perform as well as it should, then it means that when I'm trying to yap, then I'm going to struggle way more than if I was playing off camera and just running around and clicking heads like crazy. But it's still a pretty good... What is KPS? 300 at 5 minutes is like still pretty low. So yeah, I am thinking that, like, if I'm yapping, dude, I'm struggling a lot. What's your opinion on Gauss Prime and Hydroid Prime? Gauss Prime is insanely goated. One of the best weapons platforms in the game. Also, my favorite speed frame in the game. Obviously, when I'm talking, like, combat-wise, Gauss with Redline, the way that Redline works is, like, absurdly powerful. Very easy to use. But yeah, I really think that Gauss is... And you can also build Gauss for, like, ability nuking if you want. Like, you can use Thermal Sunder and you can do, like, a Blast combo, or you can do, like, a Pure Fire combo, and Thermal Sunder is an amazing caster Helminth. So if you love being, like, a full caster and just, like, nuking everything with abilities, then I think, like, Thermal Sunder with a couple different setups is really, really fun. So, yeah, Chad, I mean... We stand Gauss Prime here, so definitely love that. But honestly, chat, I am thinking that I might just leave Vasto Incarnon where it is and not, like, fully bring it into the randomizer, because, chat, if I showed you other pistols in the game, you would be like, oh shit, yeah, Vasto is still not as good. But yeah, 386 at 6 minutes is pretty low KPS, especially because it's a 135 conjunction Omnia. So it has the benefit of the Omnia where it spawns more enemies, but it's also really low level, so you should be nuking them like crazy. So I think, honestly, with Coda update coming, I think I might just leave Vasto Incarnon where it is. I'm, like, the build is good. I still think it makes it a more viable weapon, but, like, I guess I'll have to be fine with one less weapon. Oh, I didn't mention Hydroid. Yeah, Hydroid Prime also insanely goated. One of the best reworks. Just the amount of corrosive damage that you can get from Hydroid Prime is kind of like game breaking. It will allow you to just, like, nuke everything. So I love Viral Tempest on Hydroid. I love the idea of proccing, like, max stacks of Viral and max stacks of corrosive just, like, instantly from your Tempest Barrage. I do think that is a super fun setup. So, chat, I think I'll have to call it. I think the success that this guy is having against just, like, regular fucking corrupted ancients, not even super dangerous versions, is making me be like, okay. Unfortunately, like, I'm glad I rolled a good Riven for it, but I don't think I'm playing it well enough to actually succeed in normal missions. So it'll be fun. I guess in the next stream I'll play a different weapon. So if you come back here in 2 hours, I will be live again. Whenever you do an Omnia mission, is your chances of getting your relic if it's Radiant low? What do you mean by that? So when I do a Radiant, I'm basically only doing Radiants for, like, for the future. I'm only making something a Radiant because it has like a rare Warframe part that I need. So other than that, like, it's not really necessary to make something Radiant unless you're looking for a specific part. But, you know, like, a lot of these missions will also drop relics, but that's kind of separate. Hang on one sec. Okay, bet, sure, man. Another thing, like, how long do you think it would take for me to get to your level? I'm pretty good at the moment. Like, I've been playing for a cool while. I took a break, but I came back for real. So I think a lot of my power is more built from using every Warframe. Like, for most people, you can be as powerful as me almost immediately. Like, it's basically complete the new war, get yourself your favorite rifle, get yourself a super strong pistol and a melee and all that stuff, and then just choose a frame that you like. And then at that point, it's just up to your builds. But, you know, what I say is, like, because I play every frame, or, like, basically every frame, my builds will look a certain way. But, you know, I think survivability is valuable. You'll kind of see that when you have certain setups, like, survivability can be more important or less important, and, you know, trying to fit around that and come up with a setup that works for that. So, yeah, I think in the end, what I always tell people is, you know, I mentioned Not-a-Rook. Not-a-Rook is a really strong bow that you get after the new war, after completing the new war. So that is a weapon that gives you a big power jump, but the way that I describe it is you've got, like, a couple different power levels. So when you're starting out in the game, your goal is primarily to start getting the specific mods you need, and each mod you acquire will make you drastically more powerful. So, like, probably not next week, but in the next couple weeks, you'll probably see a video about, like, here are the starter mods you need. And I'll be talking about, like, yeah, when you get that shield regen mod, that's a big survivability jump. You become a lot more tanky. When you get your, like, crit chance and your multi-shot and, like, your melee crit chance and all that stuff, that's a big power jump. So farming each individual mod will give you a big power increase, and that's kind of phase 1. It's like, okay, I've got some mods that I need, right? I'm at a better margin. Then phase 2 is like, okay, you get to Master Rank 4, you complete the Saturn Junction, and then you get access to the Zorus. And that's like the first time that you get a weapon that, like, redefines your whole list. Like, the fact that all you have to do is unlock Saturn by completing the Jupiter Junction, and then you just play the Deadlock Protocol and you get access to the Zorus. That is, like, one of the most important progressions to complete. Is, like, either you're strong enough to make it through the star chart, or maybe you wait on the star chart and you just get to Master Rank 4, and then maybe you're playing a bunch of open worlds to do that. So that was my path, is I actually took way longer to do the star chart. But then I realized that the star chart is actually pretty easy, and it's probably a lot quicker to just speedrun the star chart. But yeah, the reason that I did the open worlds first is because the open world or Valis missions, those Corpus enemies will drop basically all of the starter mods you need. You know, they'll drop, like, multi-shot and crit damage for your rifle. They drop, like, an absurd amount of mods. So that, like, that mission, or, like, those bounties are really useful. You know, like, you can get some mods from Plains of Eidolon bounties. There's also, like, some bounty-specific rewards. Like, you know, Plains of Eidolon will get you working on the Vigilante set bonus. It can get you, like, Point Strike and stuff like that. So, you know, generally, like, there's only a few routes you take early into the game, but definitely, like, later in the game, like, your next mark will be, like, completing the new war, right? That's an important breakpoint. Another important breakpoint is your journey into the Steel Path and, like, doing your first arbitrations. Like, I want to do a video talking about, like, okay, here's the stuff that you should have access to before you start arbitrations, because if you don't have this setup, then you're going to be a burden to your team, and you're going to be dying a lot. If the first relic that you do, lower the chances of you getting the rare piece, even if Raiden. Yeah, so, I think I get what you're meaning. So, the Radiant will increase... It'll lower the chance for the bronze reward, if that's what you're talking about. So Radiance will make the bronze reward less likely, and it'll make the gold reward way more likely. So if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, that's how that works. And then, so yeah, if you have, like, a bronze Warframe part that you need, then you can just burn the normal relics. But yeah, I think I gotta be honest, man. Like, I am at half KPS. I am at 684 KPS, which is just fucking awful for this pistol. So I feel like if this is how strong I am when I'm yapping, then this is probably not a weapon that's viable in the randomizer. So yes, I used it for fucking 1.2% of my playtime, which is straight up. Oh, I missed that. DJ Domo, I missed that. Shout out DJ Domo for joining. I used it for 1.2% usage, which means I played it for 36 hours plus 0.2, which is like another 6 hours. So it's probably close to 40 hours that I played that weapon with, and I'm just now realizing that it's probably not giving me enough kills per second to actually be viable in the randomizer. So this is what I mean, where this was why I was so strict with the leaded gas augment for Vesper 77, is like, in the end, it has to reach a certain threshold where it can basically solo just permanently. And, you know, if it doesn't meet that, then I'm not able to yap. I can't do my streams properly because I'm focusing way too much on just straight up not dying and landing shots, apparently. So you'll see it. Even if I swap to Kunai and Incarnon, which is the second worst or third worst Incarnon, I guess I should say, because I also don't like Ack and Brunt Incarnon very much. But yeah, you'll see a huge power jump, but mostly a usability jump. Like, Kunai Incarnon is insanely easy to use and really, really fun, so it'll be good. I'm excited to return to a couple other weapons, is what it means. I'm excited to return to Nell Prime. That guy's insanely high in the usage. I'll probably never get to use him again, but still a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess we're going to swap to Opticor Vandal and lock in for the rest of the game, but it is way more fun because I get to do this. I get to do Teeming Virulence, and then I just fucking laser these guys in the face for a zillion damage. Look at that. Almost guaranteed red crits. That's sick, man. What is the time on that? It's like 15 seconds or something. It's pretty short, but that's fine. I just pressed 1 again. Chillin', dude. Alright, let's line up some good shots and get some damage going. Come on. Come on. Keep up the pace. Alright. Oh, I feel the reload speed a little bit. What is it, like 8 shots in the mag or something? Okay, looking better. Recast the 3, do this. Okay, let's start to speed this up a little bit. Obviously, so Blast Procs is a 5-meter AoE, so you need to have... You're only killing enemies that are within 5 meters of each other, so it's really incentivizing you to land those shots when you see them and kill the enemy that's close to other enemies, because you're going to get that maxed out Blast Proc. It's going to help clear some other stuff, so still pretty chillin', looking pretty good. Alright, nice. Let me check something. Alright, looking good. But what am I missing? I'm not trying to frustrate you, but like what I mean is the chance of you getting that piece, even though it was the first relic you started with in the mission, me getting that rare part, it's still pretty low. Even with the Radiant, because there's so much available, being the first relic doesn't really matter, I don't think. Are you just talking about the first relic I had equipped? But no, even with it being a Radiant, it's still a very low chance. There's a reason they're called Rad Shares for a reason, because people have a bunch of Radiant relics and then they still don't get good drop rates, so... No, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, even with it being Radiant, it's still going to have all those other drops available, so there is a potential that you get a little bit shafted, but I'm going to actually cast my 2. Oh, my boy's dead. Oh, that sucks. Alright, I need to pop this life support before I fail this mission again. Chill, be patient. But yeah, I gotta be real, man. It seems like when I turn full Yapatron mode, I fail to play Warframe, but... Chat, you might be seeing some Soulframe streams in the morning. You might see some other stuff, but I gotta say it, man. Shadevest, the goat of the last long period. So, like, if I started the mission with different relics and then later use the Radiant, the chances, yeah. So the relic you start with doesn't really make a difference. It's more just whether it's Radiant or not. And then, yeah, if you have a bunch of them, then you can burn a bunch of Radiants back to back to back. And so there is that little benefit that you can make it a little bit easier on yourself. I haven't even been using Nidus's grouping ability, which is hilarious. Honestly, dude, there are moments that I don't use grouping abilities as much as I should. I don't have them on as many setups. I used to use them a lot, but I definitely don't use them as much anymore. Love getting my shit stolen. I gotta fucking target this guy now. He's cooked, looking good. Alright, let's see if we can land this. I should probably be actually using the Nidus bubble a little bit more. Oh, they all have Overguard. Never mind. Misery. Hello, Misery. Misery's gotta die. Misery's got that funk, dude. Misery doesn't know what he's ready for. I mean, that's the thing. Like, when the Acolyte isn't fucking violence or mania or shit like that. Oh, should I just do a little of the melee influencing? Unfortunately, chat, sometimes I act like an influencer. 5%, no life support charges, you fucking bitch. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. Also, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you for why I play my survival missions at between 10% and 5% life support. Would still give the same result as if I use Radiant first. Yeah, it would. The order that you use Radiant, or the order that you use relics in, doesn't really matter. It's really just whatever the rank of the relic is the important thing. All right, chillin'. Oh, that was a fire Omamori proc. All right, we got to warm up a little bit and reset the spawns and maybe move to a better margin. But I'm feeling it. I'm running at 86 FPS. I'm getting bogged down, man. Maybe I need to open them in a different order, but then, yeah, it just shoots back up to 120 after a little bit. So this game, man, I'm ready for it though. I am very curious to see how well Soulframe runs on my laptop, because that was my goal, is that, yeah, I get to like play Soulframe when I'm on vacation. And yes, it's not Warframe, but it's still got the Warframe in it, you know. It's still got the frame part in it. So, you know, if you guys are, you know, if you've seen, I do these extra streams once a week where I will play, like, most of them have been Souls-likes. You know, I played like Wo Long, and I played Stranger of Paradise, and like God of War Ragnarok. You know, I did Hades too. So we do these extra streams that are, you know, these like mini, maybe not mini, but I used to do game reviews, and so it's like a way for me to return to those game reviews and do some more stuff like that. So, you know, once a week I'll show off a different game, and that's on Fridays, and I'll have some drinks and we sit down and have a good time. Yeah, so you know, Warframe will always be the main, but I guess we've officially added a secondary game that may top the list quite a bit. So what is Vop Obor? What? Vop Obor? Wait, what? What? What does that mean? Am I missing something? Shout out DJ Donald. I appreciate you guys for watching and allowing me to yap. And I mean, in the end, this is what it is. It's like, I am you know, this isn't a podcast, but it's about as close to a solo podcast as you can get, where I end up being very repetitive for a reason. I end up talking like a broken record, because my goal is to be talking the whole time. I do actually want to put on a show for you guys, and this is why I show off the builds at the beginning. And, you know, you can, if you watch in the future, then you can kind of sit down and enjoy some extra content. But let's hit this into this. Oh, you see, man, these fucking corrupted ancients. It is really just killing corrupted ancients the game. And I feel the reload speed, dude. Holy shit. Alright. But it is 5:15. I gotta see. I might have to call it soon. I don't know. Do I have time for another 25 minutes? I'll have to find out, I guess. But Vop War popped up on my menu, and I don't know what to do.
Destroy these manifestations.
Oh, interesting. No problem, though. I enjoyed. Yeah, thank you, thank you. We need to hit this. I'm feeling the lag. Oh, got my shit stolen. I'm at 5% again. I'm gonna hit 3%. I'm gonna fail. Nope, I live. Okay. Chill out, man. Maybe I am just straight up worse at Warframe. Okay. I definitely feel the moments where I'm super strong and then definitely not super strong. Okay, there you go. There's the damage. Okay. Looking good. And then pop this guy. Alright. Do I have the other one? Yep, we're chilling. Shout out Mohaha for following. Appreciate it. Sick username as well. Didn't mention that. Didn't mention it at first. Oh, this is set the wrong way. This needs to go like this. Okay. There we go. Okay, we just gotta be an influencer real quick. I apologize, Chad. I try not to do it very much, but yeah, influence exists for a reason. I have to remember this, that at a certain point you just hold down melee and everything dies. It's so much fun. It is such an absurd arcane. Thanks for having me back earlier. Yeah, I appreciate it. Alright, easy clap. Now we're doing better, but yeah, that is why I have influence on my setups when I use these builds, is because of that reason right there. Oh, I don't have any merciless buffs going either. Okay, these guys are cooked. These guys are cooked, and they're dead. Okay, chilling. Oh, reset that. We've got 2 of these guys. I'm gonna drop this. Safe, easy clap. Look at that, much better. Alright, excellent. Where are they spawning? Where's the next room? The next room is over there. Ooh, so I would have to put them in down this hallway. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should start moving them. This is the last round, though, so Maybe not. Alright. But this is what I mean. Like, too many fucking Corrupted Ancients. Way too many Corrupted Ancients. Oh, Jesus. And if I get a little bit scared, then I just become an influencer and back to square one, chat. Excellent. Excellent work. Alright. Now we can kind of line up shots a little bit better and deal with them more as they spawn versus, you know, at the 5-minute mark when all the enemies on the map spawn at once. That's a fun time that we all love, I'm sure. You know, the Thrax spawns, and then you get the Void Tears, and then suddenly everything on planet Earth is just on top of you, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? I give you a follow, you're very helpful. Yeah, appreciate it, Wahaha. No, and that's my thing is, like, part of why I like to yap is what I've realized is that the more that I talk, the more important information I could potentially give out. And, you know, I'm always trying to, that's why it'll always be Warframe Randomizer answering questions, because that's what I'm here to do, is primarily answer questions. And, you know, if you guys need help, then I can help you guys out as well. But yeah, I mean, that's what I notice is I will always, you know, there's lots of content creators who don't really talk a lot, and I try to not be that. I think it's, I don't know, I just think it's boring. Like somebody who, yeah, maybe they're very good at the game, but they just, it's a blank face for fucking, you know, they're doing level cap, and yeah, they're doing level cap, but just sitting there running around bonking shit for God knows how long. I mean, I think level cap cascade is generally like a 1 to 2 hour endeavor, so yeah, I mean people definitely enjoy it, just sitting there and watching the blank face. Well, I'll say you're doing a very good job at that, Best Witches. I'll probably be coming back and forth. Yeah, appreciate it. However you like to enjoy it, I'm here for you. Alright. Yeah, we gotta keep the speed up, right, chat? Yeah, 1,400 kills. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it here. Alright, chilling, looking good. Yeah, maybe I am just straight up playing worse. There is that possibility always. I do think I'm slower than I usually am, which is a little bit disappointing. Chillin'. Bro, and I'm even proccing magnetic on these guys. That's lame. I keep this buff. Oh, I got the buff. Yep, I got it. Okay. Yeah, that buff does not last very long. It's what? 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds. Alright. I'm just seeing... So I am still at a good enough margin, weirdly enough. I'm getting enough life support charges that I can still keep these pylons active. Like, there's basically always 2 pylons in here, which is about where you need to be at. It's not a question, I'm not forcing you. But if you ever want to send me plat, I'm 100% okay. Trust me, dude. When I have plat, dude, I am great at spending plat. You'll never see another person who buys more Forma. I am like the Forma, you know, the triple Forma pack. I am a king of buying that shit. But that's just because, like, dude, I throw Forma on like crazy. I use Forma, so I end up changing and changing and changing and changing. But I think I might have, hey, I guess we'll see what the Strun Prime will get you if you want to sell a Strun Prime set. I think that would not be terrible. Oh, that's Malice. Did I bubble myself? Oh, God. That's dangerous. Here, should I do this? Can I do this successfully? Let's do it. Malice is dead. Can I kill these guys as well? Nope, unfortunately not. Yeah, look at this. Too many enemies on screen. Do a little bit of influencing. Do I have the Merciless buffs? I don't have any Merciless stacks. Lame. 8 stacks. There you go. 7 stacks. Okay. Come on. We'll hit this. That should be enough. Okay. Just keep an eye. Ooh, look at this guy. Oh, is there this dude is still alive? Yeah, that dude's gonna make it annoying. Okay, that's better. Easy clap. We'll kill this ancient as well. Okay, nice. Simple. And then my boy. And he's the one that needs to die. And then we're chill. Okay, perfect. Looking good. And then we maybe do a little bit of influencing, I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know when I need to stop. It doesn't seem like I need to quit just yet, so I guess we'll keep going. Yeah, look at that shit. Way too many enemies, dude. Way too many. Alright, chilling. But I'm starting to feel it. Dude, I'm getting a little bit of the Vasto action from the Opticor as well, but you know, it is nice to get a primary crit buff, but yeah, I think we'll go a little bit longer, but I think I probably have to call it. I feel useless right now. No, I feel it. I'll see what I have available. I'll take a peek at my list and see if I've got anything that I can give away, and then yeah, maybe you'll earn yourself some plat that way, but yeah, I feel it. This game has a way of doing that to you. I definitely think like the early parts of this game are the worst. Like once you reach a certain point, it becomes pretty normal. But really like early on, getting a lot of power buffs can be very difficult, and I think that's a pretty important thing to understand. But oh, we're going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll probably finish this round, and then we'll probably call it, and I'll see you guys again at 7. But yeah, I'm feeling the need for practicing Omnias and getting more comfortable doing more Omnias, because I am struggling, unfortunately, just a tad. I am self-staggering like crazy also. This is really making me rage. Okay, nice. Those guys are getting converted. Can I snag these guys? Oh, I snagged a few. Not terrible. Yeah, you can see, like, honestly, grouping abilities have become, like, completely useless for me. I don't use them enough, and I never really am able to take advantage of them, so kind of annoying for that regard, but I don't know, I'm still doing okay. God, my nose just itches like crazy, just never stops itching. Oh, God. Hang on, I gotta pause. Jesus Christ. Ooh. Oh, I got a Rhino Prime set for sale. Oh, I feel it. I would say how much, but for me it doesn't matter. Shout out Jonathan for joining me. Oh my God, sorry. My nose is just killing me. Also, thank you guys for 2,200 likes. I think Shade Vest has been dropping a bunch of likes, so really appreciate it. All right. Still good. Yeah, I'm looking at the lag. That's the main thing that I'm looking. Oh, there's just way too many enemies alive. There are just way too many enemies that are alive. And of course, that's because, well, we got a little bit shafted right there, but let's hit this. I want to see how many kills I got with the... Okay, 371 melee kills. So a pretty good margin of those kills to keep me at a good KPS has been from being an influencer. So it is a little sad to see. Yeah, maybe I need to do more practice with Vasto. Maybe I'll return to it at some point, but I think for now, you know, I'm still having a good time. I'm never too hard pressed. I'm cool. I'm glad that I could make a video about Vasto Incarnon and put together a decent build, but in the end, I'm never super sad if I am unable to make a weapon work in the randomizer, because I still have a lot of fun with a bunch of other weapons, and if I got to play Vasto for a long time, then that's fine by me. So, yeah, overall, still pretty decent. Easy, clap. I'll try and get up higher. I do also think that I should be snagging these guys a little bit higher. Alright, nice and easy. I have been thinking about putting gun condition overload on this guy. I'm pretty sure I have gun condition overload on Tenet Ferox, and that weapon is just fucking criminal, so you know, that's a classic setup, but I think I'll probably call it. I gotta see what's going on for dinner and stuff like that, so oh yeah. Is Hildren Prime available? Yes, Hildren Prime is still available, absolutely. You have a Mirage Prime blueprint? Yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking to trade, I have a Discord available, but yeah, I gotta call it. I gotta chill out a little bit. I've only got 3 plat. Oh my God, I feel it, bro. That's the struggle right there. Okay. Those are dangerous. Let's just at least kill the Thrax. Yeah, I'm like reminding myself how to play Omnias. Yeah, like at a certain point there is just too many enemies on the playing field, and trying to kill them with a weapon like this is just not really a smart choice. Come on, shoot him in the fucking... Oh my god. Oh, did my companion die? Ooh, 3%. Risky as fuck, but yeah, we're still chilling. Dangerous as hell, but yeah. Seems like I have more practice ahead of me if I want to actually do these a bit better. Yep, too many enemies, just influence all of them. Alright, chilling. The fuck? Oh, I see. What the hell was that? Did you see that? He was like ghost form and laser form at the same time. I mean, I am the king of lag apparently. What my recording setup is very taxing on the GPU, so you know, it is completely different than other people's setups. But yep. My bad. I was trying to ask Jonathan because he was trying he's selling, yeah. No, I mean, like if you guys want to trade stuff, or if you're looking for a blueprint, in the Discord I have a trade section. I have a trade channel. So if you're looking for a prime part, then you can go to the trade section and do that. So yeah, I mean, that's what I can offer you now, but yep, we're calling it. I got to get out of here and take a breather and I guess do a bunch more Omnias as practice. So
what you have learned here,
I don't know, man. I guess it's bound to happen eventually that I struggle a little bit, so there you go. Anyway, yeah, I mentioned it. I have a Discord available. Link to the Discord is relevant location, so the description of YouTube, about section on Twitch, profile on TikTok. You can go there, join the Discord. The first time you join, you'll get entered in the raffle automatically, and then for future submission or for future entrants, you just have to say hi in the Discord, and then I add people that are active in the Discord because I'm trying to encourage people to be active. So, you know, if you just show up and say hi for that month, you know, for the month of April, if you join in March, you'll be entered in for the month of April, and then to be entered in to win in May, you just say hi in April and then you'll get joined. So, yeah, I do also have a YouTube channel for everybody on TikTok. Everything I've ever done is available on my YouTube channel. You can just stop by, and if you want to binge more Amar, if you want to see more of what I'm working with, and if you want to see me, I guess, play the Vasto Incarnon better, then you can do that. But yeah, I guess that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate Shade Vest for following as well. Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to grow my audience on Twitch, so if you are looking to support me and you want to know how to do it for free, the best thing you can do right now is just you know, when I'm live again in an hour and a half, just go over on Twitch and watch me over there. I'm trying to hit affiliate, so thank you guys so much for 3,000 likes. Thank you again, Shade Vest, for the Soulframe codes. That is so amazing, and that is a bright spot in my day, and that makes me so happy. So I really can't thank you enough for being so kind and being willing to share that with me. And yeah, I guess that's all I got. Oh shit, Tiburon in Prime is going to join the list again at some point. Oh my god. Anyway, before I get too distracted, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm out of here. Take care. I will see you guys again in about an hour and a half.